Greetings and welcome to Factorio. I'm Dgray and today we continue our let's play of this DeathWorld, where we last episode just got our mall up and running. And in today's episode I very much want to try and get some steel and get a bit more of a wall up and running, maybe do a bit of exploration. I can see there's a bit of water over here. I'm kind of interested in how far out we can go inside before we run into more biters and such. Because this little tree line is protecting us at the moment, but this looks way more deserty this way, so we should probably go and explore that. But if you do enjoy this series or the channel, please remember to like and subscribe. It helps me a lot. So with that out of the way, let's just get a little steel build up and running. I think that'll be the most wise thing to do at the moment. So just gonna plan out what's it called, the few copper ones we have left, and then set up enough room for steel, among other things, and stone, and yeah, pretty much steel and stone. The reason why I'm doing it right now is that I want to get a car. A car would allow us to explore a bit more and get situated along the way. So just clearing out a bit of area to place things down. And while I'm doing that, thank you for all the support you've given this series so far. It means a lot to me and it makes sure that I want to produce more of it. So let's see. If you do this one, that can be our stone brick production. Leaving a few rooms just for anything we want to flow through. I think that'll be the best way to do it, all going down to our main bus. Now we just kind of need to set up a steel production. There's quite a few ways to do steel. I normally like to do it the same way as always. Let's just grab this for now. Give it a bit of room in between. Might be overkill having that much room, but that is fine. We'll remove some of this. I just want the inputs to be correct for the coal. Hopefully it can reach all the way up here before we run into issues. So furnace wise, I'll leave this one for now to be honest. We'll start it right here. That will be inputs for our iron going this way. Right here, I'll just have iron inputted. Pretty much the same blueprint as we had before. And then I want, what's it called, coal to go down this way. I'll pretty much use undergrounds to control it. So I think here to here will be fine. With this one grabbing coal. Here and here. Then we will have a few furnaces up here. Giving it coal and coal, and using long-handed to move the what's called iron from these. Gives us a very nice modular setup. As you guys know, my favorite thing in the whole world to build is modular. So doing something like this is pretty much what I want to see. Yeah, that's a pretty nice setup. The biters are still attacking us. Our little wall here is holding strong. But the biters are getting a bit more aggressive. So let's try and get this done in a somewhat quick fashion. Otherwise we will run into serious issues. So what should we get next? Just to get the things going. We can get some bullet shooting speeds. It's not overly expensive and it unlocks more things for us. Let's also unlock things into oil, maybe some landfill in case we need it. Since we might as well spend the resources we have flowing. So something like this, we just need to get iron all the way up here. Of course we have to watch our coal as well, that we don't run out. That'll pretty much be our input for our steel or iron and coal, that is. Power poles wise, it will be a bit ugly, but something like this might work. I'll just do both of them to have it somewhat similar. Are we able to copy paste it now? We are, and it should work. Can we skip that one? We can in theory skip that one since it's not necessary. So let's do something like this as a setup. We'll do what we did the other place as well. Split and go in. One back, of course. So we can jump out the resources if needed. Or things going further up the line. Now I just need to connect up all the power poles. Luckily, if I had enough, that is, I could just drag it down to get it set up. Because that is a very good function of power poles, that you're able to do that. So that has powered this one now. Now we just need to go and have a little look at our things here. Firstly, let's steal, or we can't steal this one unless it's full. We'll take whatever surplus we have can go to steal. So upper priority to the right for now. And then we'll just check or steal this way. Please jump you to there and continue up. And I wish we had some a bit closer, but it should work just fine. So that's iron for a little steel smelting area that will slowly flow. Now we also need to add in the underground and things that way up. And I kind of want to get those things from them all. Also getting some more miners so we can kind of fill in our coal. I think that would be the best way to do it. How's it looking here? We are lacking a bit in terms of green circuits, but hopefully it will slowly catch up. Minus, we actually forgot to set that up, or at least I forgot to power it. That was a mistake on my part. Well, we'll sort that out just now. That does mean we have none of these working. That's fine, that'll slowly go. That is completely fine. Let's just grab ourselves some underground and some splitters. And we can just handcraft a few of these for a little bit to get our coal flowing. All I'm hoping for at the moment is just that the biters will leave us alone while we set this up. Then I'll set this up. I'll just explain that one of the first things I'll make with steel is our engines. So we can make ourselves a car and take a quick trip outside exploring. I think that would be quite important that we get that up and running as fast as possible. That is all good. Let's get up a second line as well. Let's just get this one hooked up here at the bottom. Want to make sure that it's not cut off by me removing these that are in the middle of our ore line. There we are. That will cut something off, but there we are. So more coal, please. Of course, we'll probably have to do some things if we hit any other copper and what's called iron patches. But for now, I think this will give us exactly what we need. And you'll just slowly go this way, please. There. And voila. That should hopefully be enough coal for what we need to power both our furnaces and our, what's it called, steam engines. Ooh, look at those biters. They are actually getting quite aggressive. Let's just have a quick look as they go in. Probably go down and set up a few more turrets, since that is the area they are really interested in. And I really want to get the rest of the turrets up and running, and get the rest of the wall set up, so we have a base that's completely covered. But as soon as we hit this one, we will be in serious trouble in terms of having the defense we need. So as soon as steel is running, which it's quite close to being, I'll take a few, and then we'll continue. So let's get this one first. And hopefully the biters will leave us alone for just a few minutes. That would be quite nice. Here is the coal so it can flow. Should go all the way up top for where it's needed. Split it on both sides. We'll add in belts. Goes fine. Goes to inserters. Forgot to pick up some of you, but luckily I have a quite easy time making them. So that is actually not too bad. There and there. Oh yeah, I completely forgot that coal's not supposed to go out here. Silly me. Please take all of that. That's actually just supposed to go down these. You're probably yelling at me for doing this incorrectly. And split you right there. There we are. That is the way I wanted it to go. Looking much better having this flowing. Gonna add just a few turrets up here, in case the biters wants to go by. Just surround it with a few pipes, just to make it look like some kind of fortification. There we are. That is at least making steel for us. And we can slowly drag that back to the main bus. Just so I don't have to go up here and grab it as soon as it's going. I think he'll be fine. Not, we'll just change it around in a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's more than enough. And you can go into the line right next to our green belt, our green circuits. There we are. So that is steel flowing down. We'll be able to add it into our mall. Probably should build the second part of this while we're here. Luckily, it's quite easy to do. Let's just get this down and set up correctly. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, I almost forgot to make room for the belt. That could have been quite bad, but luckily that didn't happen. So there we are. That's going to flow in. That's going to give us power to all of these. That's going to give us this little part here, say up here, and an output. Oh god, did we just forget to make room for this one? Yeah, we'll have to move it over one. I'll just quickly do that. You guys will probably like me for forgetting that. Ooh. Look at that, our entire base is without power. Perfect. So you'll go in right here to here. We'll get you there. You'll go out one more. Then we just have enough room for this. Ooh, that's a bit too close for comfort. But it seems to be fitting. That was almost very, very bad. And that means iron will go in right here and do its thing. Ooh. Good, good, good. That looks fine. Here goes the iron in. There goes a bit of power. That is looking good. You'll have to move over to there to be almost at the same spot. And that is fine. There, and in. So the only thing we need to add now is just the power poles. That should activate all of this. That should give us outputs we need. Oh wait. Should have moved this over one. It's gonna annoy me that I misplaced this one by one. We'll fix it. It's gonna annoy me too much if I don't fix it. I know myself that well. It's not really that important, but it is from my view, at least. It also explains why the power poles were looking off without being off. And there. That looks way better. Then again, we have remade it a few times, so hopefully it was looking much better this way. But then in. Might want to give it blue circuits instead, since the production speed is a bit slow, a bit low even. So let's quickly go over here. Let's quickly grab some blue inserters or fast inserters and set up this to run much quicker. I think the other ones are fine. Yeah, it should be fine without upgrading those two. And we just need the iron to hook in. That looks much prettier. So there we are. That is this one running at a much quicker rate. Oh, we actually have to upgrade these as well. Oh well, that's fine. We'll just go full upgraded on it. And the output keep up. There we are. That should give us a lot more green circuits. So that is completely fine. Of course, we'll probably lack some things going forward. But at least it is much better than it were before. So we'll just let this run. That will supply our entire mold what we need. We'll get some more electric mining drills. So should we quickly get a bullet damage? We can't, but we can get the oil, we can get the weapon shooting speed. Let's get oil so we have it. Speed, and let's get some of this set up. Should probably go towards military science very soon, as we are quite quickly expanding our pollution, and a BITER attack would be most unfortunate. Let's see here. That is quite good. Will that give us enough to hook up? Quick little setup here to make us a few engines, so we can actually get a car. That'll give us more than enough. That'll just quickly go. Yeah. And then we need to pick up a few turrets and get some ammo as well. Should probably leave some of this in a chest somewhere so I can just pick it up. might not be a bad idea. But we can always grab it off the belt if needed. So engines are being made. That is all we need for turrets. And with steel being made, we can also go towards, where's it at? Piercing rounds. As you can see, the damage is on normal firearms is 5 plus 1. This one is 8 plus 1.6. That also means all the abilities we can get and such is better. And since biters have damage reduction, or take less damage, the more damage you do per shot is quite important. So that actually lines up quite nicely. And let's remove you. Let's get you hooked up. And hopefully they'll be able to go out at some point. So we can get all of this working. Could also get it the opposite way. Or maybe just drag these down that is only iron. You only iron. I kind of want you to go into these. Well, let's just get the rest of this mined out. And maybe hooking up a second belt for some of this. And you can kind of go up that way. So coal's fine, iron is looking fine as well. The biters are getting killed against this wall, luckily. And hopefully we have what we need to make ourselves a little car. Should also just add in a few more of these going forward. The worst we could do would be neglecting our defense. And at one point the biters just decide to pay us a visit from somewhere. Oh, and thank you for this comment a while back. That I was wondering how I can get this defended. And to be honest, we can just do this one, if that looks somewhat nice, and get it to just grab from here. That way, we can easily do a little one here on the side, giving it the ammo it needs. That was very, very nice, and thank you for that comment. It's actually something I've done before in my earlier series, where it had the robots delivering ammo to us. Just having it funnel down the line. So let's just fill this up with ammo. There we are. That should hopefully defend this entire side a little bit. That doesn't... Oh, I need to place one down. And that is fine. So let's just go and take a quick look if we have the engines we need. We have... Oh, 12. That's more than enough. We'll just let it produce a few more than we need. Or do that. Can we leave 1, 3, 4, 5, 8. Make one of you and make a car. That will slowly but surely get us out. We also need to set up a second one of these. I can see our iron production is quite low since we're needing a lot for ammo. But that is not too bad. So let's go explore a bit. Will it be a good or bad idea to do it? We'll find out. But I kind of want to explore the northeast part, since that is where I'm most worried about biters at the moment. If something's up there, because we have pretty much 0 defense this way. So what I'm hoping is a giant forest just defending us or sucking up all the pollution. We have a giant forest, at least here. That's very good compared to this being a death world. How about over here? More forest. Can we drive through it? Small way through right here. Okay, the pollution's getting sucked up right there at least. So that is... Okay, we're getting quite close to that BITER base. That's a quite big one. So we should probably do something right here all the way across, since I don't think I will do it. Oh, that's a big base. Jesus. Oh, water. That's not too bad. We have water right here as well, and trees on both sides. Okay, so we can actually cut it off. Oh, what if we do it right there? That might actually be a good place to do a wall. Let's just hope we have this walled off over here as well. Because you have water right in the line of the main bus. That can prove a bit annoying. So we'll probably have to work around that somehow. Could mean we'll have to turn the bus. Not the end of the world. Stupid rock though. So let's explore the rest down here just to have a quick look. Oh, oil, good. BITERs. Okay, so this starting area is actually on stone. That's perfect. Okay, so can we sneak by? Sneaky, sneaky. Oh, that's not very sneaky. Well, let's go to our little wall then, in case we need to get defended. So that seems to be the places the BITERs are at the moment next to us. So that gives us something to plan from in terms of where we need to build our walls. Give me you. Let's just get the rest of this closed off. So if you see here, we have BITERs up here, so maybe closing it off right there, straight across, or maybe making it a bit turn. But it could go right here below the trees without having to cut out too many, closing off this entire top area. Down here we could, in theory, close it off right here. Or maybe do it from here down over. We have this entire area closed off for the BITERs. Closed off in the base. I just don't think that's a bad idea to do. So we can kind of take this little blueprint and pretty much defend ourselves this way first. That seems... Look at all those BITERs. Close that one off. Close that one off. So we have this nice little area in here. I think that's what we're gonna go for. Yeah, I think that'll be a very, very nice way to do it. And as soon as that's closed off, we will be able to expand out this a bit more. But I just want to make sure that we are safe before we try anything too extreme. So I think the last thing I'll do this episode is drop up a bit of iron and some copper around the place, because I have quite a lot in my inventory. And while I'm doing that, hopefully you'll like and subscribe to the channel. Of course, like the video. As I said earlier, it doesn't matter if you like or dislike. It all helps, and it's very nice for me to have that support. So, yeah, I think I'll end the episode here. In the next episodes, I think we'll try to get the walls up and running. I think that will be quite wise, since our pollution is spreading quite far. And getting these areas walled off will allow us to focus on building the base. And figuring out how to do this. If we have to turn it, we'll have to turn it this way. We're going this way, and going up that way. Quite soon, actually. But that is a discussion for a future video, or of course you can discuss it in the comments as well. What you think we should do. Should we turn north? Should we turn south? Or what do you think is the best course of action? So with that, thank you so much for watching, guys. I've been Dgray, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye, guys.